As soon as I saw Dabo Sweeney get an $80 million contract, I knew it was not long after that labor, us as players, we're going to have to start making money. And once you see the TV contracts, so it's become what it is. I think TV gets into something, and then there's big money there, and it changes the dynamic, it changes the game, and it takes it from like a sport to entertainment, and that's what it is. And so it's changed, but it needed to change, and you got to deal with it now. Really do.
You think you would have transferred if it were?
Hell no, man. I bleed purple. To me, it's if you're going to transfer to something else, why? Like, it doesn't make sense. I do see where it's going, where there's going to people fear the eventual one thing is like a minor league for the SEC or something like that, you know? So it's like that dynamic could happen. I think the money plays a big part. A lot of these kids will make more money in college than they'll ever make playing in the NFL. A lot of these kids are getting paid and they're not going to make it to the NFL. You know, so it's this weird dynamic. The one good thing is that it does encourage kids to stay in school longer. Like, you know, stay in college, you know, have a good time and do it that way. And it's the name of the game now, and it's I mean, you gotta have a roster, you gotta have a cap space, you know, salary cap and stuff like that. So it's changed a lot, but you know, to me, it's one of those things where it was gonna happen, and you got to roll with it now. And I think Kleiman's done a good job of building a program where you still have the walk-on program, so you still give kids an opportunity. Because I still think you got to build collegiate rosters locally, like in-state, and you got to grab from out of state too. Because you got to have the homegrown talent to encourage kids to be like, hey, you know, I grow this kid's from Garden City, you know, this kid's from Topeka. Right? And it's like, okay, I can play there too, right? So you have to have that balance of local talent and then outside talent. You know, that'd be the best thing.
You think the NIL and then also the transfer portal kind of hitting at the same time accelerated the process?
At one point, I'm happy that the NC2A just stayed out of it and said, you know what, figure it out. Is it broken right now? Heck yes, 100%. It's not broken. You're getting more into the time frame of like the 70s and 80s when you could give out maximum, like as many scholarships as you want, and then you could hide players. And I think that's what's happening now. You can hide a player. You can say, okay, we don't want, if we're K-State, we don't want KU to get this player. So we're going to grab him. He might not be behind our depth chart, but we don't want our other team to have him. So you start playing that game, like that strategy game of buying players to come ride a bench. And so that'll get changed eventually. There's got to be like, you don't want this to be like baseball, where you have the Dodgers with the high, crazy salary cap, right? You want this to be like NFL, where there's a salary cap, you got to adhere to it, and it brings parity. You know, that's what makes the Chiefs doing what they're doing so good, because it's tough to maintain a team for 3 straight Super Bowls. I mean, people want to get their money and people want to bounce. But the Chiefs have established a good reputation about not paying number one, Tyreek Hill, unless you're Chris Jones, who's the linchpin of the Spagnuolo defense. So yeah, but I think change would be cool. Like, I don't want this to be baseball where the Yankees, the Dodgers are always in the World Series, right? I want this to be NFL where you got a different world champion every year. You got a different parity every year.
What kind of honor is it for you to be going to the Kansas State Hall of Fame?
It's antithesis to being an offensive lineman, you know, because as an O-lineman, there's 5 of us. Right? We're a group, you know, one die, we all die. And to get this recognition just means that I played with some really, really great people. Senior leadership when I was a freshman helped me out. Played next to, you know, guys like, you know, Ryan Littlejoe, Milford Stevenson, Andy Eby, John Robertson, all these guys who, you know, don't get all the credit, but they helped me out a lot growing up, and I was a big fan. I honestly, I just was trying to be a ski bum after high school, and college got in the way, and it's just cool. And I think it's cool too once you follow the Bill Snyder footsteps, right? He was like, man, we drive to the bars, we drive home from the bars, late night, his damn silver Cadillac would be out there, so, you know, watching film at the facility. And so that set the tone for us to be like, man, you come here, work hard, and then, you know, good things will happen. And I bought into it, and it works, man. You know, take care of the little things, work your butt off. Good things happen. I got lucky, so it was cool. But this big honor, I bleed purple. Very, very, very big one. I definitely bleed purple, so this is really cool. I never thought in million years that I did this. So it's awesome. It's
Do you
really
feel
great.
like you're kind of representing offensive linemen?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I do feel like I'm representing offensive linemen. I think it's a tremendous honor, and for us to get our shine, you know, because usually when we're getting any sort of recognition, we messed up. Right? You got a holding call that brought back a touchdown, and so yeah, I'm definitely feel like I'm representing the big nasties.
What are the emotions to come back to Manhattan? Is it nostalgic? You happy? Like sad that you missed it? What do you feel when you
No,
come
it's
back
nostalgic.
Yeah.
When I come here, this place has changed. This is not the Manhattan that I was at. Like Manhattan as I was at, like we'd be sitting in like a stale break room, you know. So like I'm so happy that, and that's why I came here, was to be a part of that. To be a part of that. Like when I came here in '99, my senior year of high school, we beat Texas 42-7 in Austin. And I'm like, and the year before they lost to A&M, '98. And I'm like, I want to go in a place that's ground floor of Google. I don't want to go into a place that where you're just a cog in the machine, where they've been like at Texas or an LSU. Like I had a chance here to be a part of something big, and you know what I did when I came here, I wanted to set the bar. Boom, here's what we can do, and now everyone behind me, let's reach higher. And like that's all I really wanted. I wanted to be able to, hey, come here, man. Look, I'll boost you up. I'll show you what we can do here, and you guys take it from there. And that's all I can do. And that's why I'm so happy to be part of that. Like I'm happy when I walk in here, and this place is gorgeous. This place is beautiful. Like I never would have expected anything like this. And they promised me that damn training table in '99 too. So yeah, that's cool.